Welcome, Ayubowan. At the doctor. So today's lesson is going to focus about the conversations that you could come up when you're at the doctor. Right? Now this is not just useful for your IELTS, but it is useful for your day-to-day use of the language. Because to be able to do your IELTS, as I always tell you, you must be able to speak naturally. So when you go to these different places like the restaurant or the hotel or when you go to the doctors, you should try to communicate in English. When you do that, naturally you will start using the language without any fear, right? Then අද lesson එකේදී අපි focus කරන්න යන්නේ at the doctor. ඒ කියන්නේ දොස්තර ගාවට ගියාම අපිට කතා කරන්න අවශ්‍ය වෙන phrases මොනවද? conversation එකක් කොහොමද අපි develop කරන්නේ? නැත්නම් අපි කොහොමද doctor ගාවට ගියාම අපි කතා කරන්නේ කියන එක තමයි මෙතනදී අද lesson එකේදී focus එක වෙන්නේ. Right? Okay. Mark whether the sentences are true for you and find a match, right? Now, what do we mean by find a match? Ask your friends and see if they have similar problems, right? Now, if they are true for you, you can put a tick and ask your friends and see, well, do you have a headache every morning, right? You can ask them. Then, මෙතනදී අපි කරන්න ඕනේ mark whether the sentences are true for you and find a match. ඒ කියන්නේ තමන්ට මේවා trueද කියලා අපි ටික් කරලා ඊට පස්සේ හොයලා බලන්න යාළුවන්ගෙන් නෑදෑයෝන්ගෙන් ඒගොල්ලන්ටත් මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද කියලා. තියෙනවා නම් ඒක කෙනාගේ නම ලියන්න එතන ඉස්සරහින්. All right? I got a headache this morning. Well, for me, that is not true. I didn't get a headache in the morning, so I'm going to mark that as a cross. I take in a lot of painkillers. Again, for me, that is not true. I don't take painkillers unless, the doctor prescribes that. I see my dentist every 6 months. That's, of course, true. I take pills daily. I would say that is true to a certain extent because I take my vitamins, right? So I would say yes, that's true. I was hospitalized 1 month ago. No, I wasn't really hospitalized 1 month ago. I was hospitalized actually 9 months ago for the delivery of my little daughter. So not 1 month ago, so that's not true, okay? All right, so here you have to do what is right for you, what is true for yourself. If you had a headache this morning, that means when you watch the video, right? On that specific day, if you had a headache in the morning, give yourself a tick, okay? Then මෙතනදී මම කියලා තියෙන්නේ මට ඇත්ත වෙන ඒවා. එතකොට ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඇත්ත වෙන ඒවා ඕගොල්ලෝ ටික් කරන්න ඕනේ, right? I got a headache this morning. මට අද උදේ ඔළුව කැක්කුමක් තිබ්බා. මට එහෙම තිබුණ නැති හින්දා මම කතරයක් දැම්ම එක true නෑ, right? I take in a lot of painkillers. මම ගොඩක් painkillers බොනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ අපිට දැනෙන්නේ නැති වෙන්න, right? So painkillers are වේදනානාශක, right? So මම වේදනානාශක ගොඩාක් ගන්නවා කියන එක තමයි කියවෙන්නේ. But for me that is not true. ඒක ඇත්ත නෙවෙයි මට. I see my dentist every 6 months. මම හැම මාස 6කටම සැරයක් මගේ දත් දොස්තර හම්බ වෙනවා. ඒක ඇත්ත, right? I take pills daily. මම හැමදාම daily pills ගන්නවා. එකක් තමයි මගේ විටමින් ටික සහ මං කැල්සියම් ගන්නවා හැමදාම. ඒ හින්දා daily දැනට ගන්නවා. ඒ හින්දා ඒක ඇත්ත කියලා දැම්මා. I was hospitalized 1 month ago. මම මාසයකට කලින් hospitalize කරා කියලා තමයි කියන්නේ. ඒක ඇත්ත නෙවෙයි. So I was hospitalized 9 months ago. මාස 9කට කලින් hospitalize වෙලා හිටියේ. ඒ හින්දා මේක ඇත්ත නෙවෙයි හින්දා මම කතරයක් දැම්මා. Right? So තමන්ට ඇත්ත වෙන ටික තමන්ට ටික් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඊට පස්සේ තමන් අහන්න ඕනේ යාළුවන්ගෙන් මේවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට එහෙමද කියලා, right? So maybe you can ask your mother or you can ask your friend, right? Not necessarily should you ask someone outside, even your parents you can ask, okay? So you can ask them, did you have a headache? This morning? Okay. Did you have a headache this morning? You can ask your mother or father or sister. Then talking about painkillers, you can ask, do you take in a lot of painkillers? Do you take in a lot of painkillers? ඕගොල්ලෝ painkillers ගොඩක් ගන්නවද ඔයා? I see my dentist every 6 months. ඉතින් කොහොමද අහන්න ඕනේ ඒගොල්ලෝගෙන්? Do you see your dentist every 6 months? Next one, I take pills daily. So you can ask your family member, anyone, do you take pills daily? Do you take pills daily? Okay. Then you can ask, were you hospitalized Were you hospitalized 1 month ago? Or the same question you can ask, were you hospitalized a month ago? Right, okay. So, once you mark what is right for yourself, what is true for yourself, you can find a match. Ask these questions from your family members and see, okay, my mother is a match. So, you can say, mother also takes pills daily. Okay. My brother and sister, they also go to the dentist every 6 months. You can ask them, right? Did you have a headache this morning? Do you take in a lot of painkillers? Do you see your dentist every 6 months? Do you take pills daily? Were you hospitalized 1 month ago? Or you can ask them, were you hospitalized a month ago? So, any of those question tags you can ask so that they will answer and you can mark the answers, right? දැන් මෙතනදී ඕගොල්ලොන්ට එක කිව්වා වගේම දැන් ඕගොල්ලන්ට ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න පුළුවන් පවුලේ අනිත් අයගෙන්. එතකොට අම්මා හැමදාම පිල්ස් කරනවා නම් අම්මා කියලා මෙතන රෙකෝඩ් කරන්න පුළුවන් mother කියලා. right? අහන්න ඕන question tags මොනවද? Did you have a headache this morning? මේ අද උදේ ඔයාට ඔළුවේ කැක්කුමක් තිබ්බද? Do you take in a lot of painkillers? ඔයා painkillers ගොඩක් ගන්නවද? Do you see your dentist every 6 months? දන්ත වෛද්‍යවරයා නැත්නම් අපි දත් බලන එක්කෙනා දොස්තරවරයා, right? එයාව හැම මාස 6කට සැරයක්ම හම්බ වෙනවද? Do you take pills daily? හැමදාම පෙති ගන්නවද? Were you hospitalized 1 month ago or were you hospitalized a month ago? මාසකට කලින් ඔයාව hospitalize කරලා හිටියද? ඉස්පිතාලේ නවත්තලා හිටියද? right? so ඒ ප්‍රශ්න අහලා ඒවට උත්තර සමාන නම් ඒ අයගේ නම් ලියන්න පුළුවන්. right? so here you have the sentence as well as the question tag. all right. Read the conversation and guess the important phrases used by the doctor and the patient. Now, what are you supposed to do here? Guess. But guess what? The important phrases used by who? The doctor and the patient. Right? මෙතනදී අපි මොකද්ද කරන්න ඕනේ? මේ conversation එක කියවලා වැදගත් වෙන phrases අපි බලන්න ඕනේ. හැබැයි කවුරු කියපු phrases ද වැදගත් වෙන doctor කියන phrases සහ patient කියන phrases. ඒ කියන්නේ දොස්තර අහන phrases සහ ලෙඩා පාවිච්චි කරන phrases වැදගත් ඒවා අපි බලමු underline කරලා. right? so let's keep 2 colors I think. For the patient, we will use, right, hi, what's wrong? I feel unwell and keep vomiting all the time. How long have you felt like this? Nearly 2 days. It started just before going to bed the day before yesterday. Let me examine you. I will press your stomach to see if it hurts and then listen to your heart. Okay, it doesn't hurt when you press my stomach. I just feel tired. Now, what you need to understand is we don't say stomach. Stomach. We don't say that. We say stomach. K. It is the k sound. Stomach. Right? Now let's see what are the important phrases, right? Now I feel for a doctor you need to ask what is wrong, right? So what's wrong? Next one, how long have you felt like this? Okay? The other one is let me examine you. Okay, so here the doctor is trying to find out more information as to why the patient is not feeling well, right? What's wrong? Okay, how long have you felt like this? Let me examine you. So the doctor is trying to get more information and try to see, okay, why is this patient feeling unwell, right? දැන් මෙතනදී අපි මේ phrases identify කරගන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට දැන් මම නිල් පාටින් underline කරලා තියෙන්නේ doctorගේ phrases, right? එතකොට දැන් දොස්තර මොකද්ද කරන්න හදන්නේ? ලෙඩාගෙන් පුළුවන් තරමක් ප්‍රශ්න අහලා බලනවා ඇයි මේ ලෙඩාට මොකද්ද තියෙන අසනීපේ කියලා. එතකොට ඒ අහන ප්‍රශ්න අපිට ඉතාමත්ම වැදගත්. They are important phrases, right? What's wrong? මොකද්ද ප්‍රශ්නේ? I feel unwell and keep vomiting all the time. මට නම් එච්චර ඇඟට හරි නෑ. හැමතිස්සෙම වමනේ යනවා. How long have you felt like this? කොච්චර වෙලාවක් මෙහෙම වාට මේක තිබිලා තියෙනවද? Nearly 2 days. දැන් නම් දවස් 2ක් විතර. It started just before going to bed the day before yesterday. මේක පටන් ගත්තේ මම ඇඳට යන්න කලින් the day before yesterday. ඊයේ නෙවෙයි ඊට කලින් දවස් ඇඳට යන්න කලින් තමයි මේක පටන් ගත්තේ. Let me examine you. ඉන්න මම ඔයාව examine කරලා බලන්න. I will press your stomach. මම ඔයාගේ බඩ තද කරලා බලන්නම් to see if it hurts. රිදෙනවද කියලා බලන්න මම බඩ තද කරන්න. Then listen to your heart. ඊට පස්සේ මම බලන්නම් ඔයාගේ මේ හෘදයට මේ නලාව තියලා බලන්නම් කොහොමද beat එක කියලා. right? ඒක තමයි කියන්නේ. Okay, it doesn't hurt when you press my stomach. හරි. ඔයා මේ stomach එක press කරාට මට මොනවත් රිදෙන්නේ නැහැ. I just feel tired. මට හරීම මහන්සි. Okay? So that is what this bit is about. Let's see the conversation more. Okay, did you eat anything different from usual before you started to feel this way? So the doctor is asking more questions. Did you eat anything? Did you drink anything different? So they could ask you, right? Did you? Yes, my boyfriend cooked dinner for me. He isn't a very good cook and the food tasted a bit strange. You've got food poisoning. So what has happened? Got food poisoning. It is not very serious and you should be better in another day. Oh dear. What should I do? You need to drink lots of water and get plenty of rest. Okay. So what do you need to do? You need to drink lots of water and get plenty of rest. So don't go here and there. Just be in bed and take some good rest. Okay, thank you, doctor. Now, here I fear the doctor is asking, did you eat anything? Did you drink anything different? So very important to find out more information. So the doctor will always ask you more questions. And when they ask you more questions, you must respond to those necessary questions. Right? And then finally, the doctor has a diagnosis and he says, okay, you've got food poisoning, right? So, it's not very serious. You don't need to worry too much. Drink a lot of water and take some rest. Okay? Right. So, මෙතනදී දැන් දොස්තර තව ප්‍රශ්න ටිකක් අහලා හරියටම කියන්න ඕන ලෙඩාට මොකද්ද ප්‍රශ්නේ කියලා ලෙඩාට තියෙන, right? So let's have a look at the conversation. අපි බලමු තව මොනවද අහන questions කියලා. Okay. හරි. Did you eat anything different from usual before you started to feel this way? ඔයා මොන හරි කෑවද වෙනස් දෙයක්? මේ මෙහෙම වෙන්න කලින් මොන හරි වෙනස් දෙයක් කෑවද? Yes, my boyfriend cooked dinner for me. Oh, මගේ පෙම්වතා මට කෑම උයලා දුන්නා. He isn't a very good cook and the food tasted a bit strange. එයා ඇත්තට උයන්න දක්ෂ කෙනෙක් නෙවෙයි. කනකොටත් පොඩ්ඩක් කෑම weird වගේ කියලා තේරුණා. Strange කියලා ඇත්තට හරි නෑ අමුතුයි වගේ මට දැනුණා. Right? So what does the doctor tell? You've got food poisoning. එතකොට දොස්තර කියනවා හරි ඔයාට කෑම විෂවීමක් තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ. It is not very serious and you should be better in another day. මේක ඇත්තට serious දෙයක් නෙවෙයි. තව දවසක් විතර යනකොට ඔයාට හරියයි. Oh dear, what should I do? අනේ දැන් මම මොකද කරන්නේ? You need to drink lots of water and get plenty of rest. හොඳට වතුර බීලා ටිකක් rest එකේ ඉන්න. Okay, thank you, doctor. Hari, බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි. Patient important වෙන phrases මොනවද කියලා, right? So when they ask you what is wrong, you can say, I feel. I don't feel too good. I feel unwell. Okay? So that's important. It just started. So you need to tell the time frame. It just started. Right? And nearly 2 days, nearly 5 days, nearly 1 hour. So you need to give that time span also. Right? And then when the doctor asks you, does it hurt? You can say, no, it doesn't hurt too much, okay? Or it does hurt, it depends on how you feel. I just feel tired. So another important phrase, okay? So මෙතනදී Jane තමයි patient. එතකොට Jane කියනවා I feel unwell. මගේ ඇඟට එච්චර හරි නෑ. මට ටිකක් හොඳ මදි ඇඟට. So those are important things. I don't feel well. Okay? I feel unwell නැත්තම් ඒ වෙනකොට කියන්න පුළුවන් I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Okay? And then nearly 2 days. දැන් ඒ කාල සීමාව අපිට වැදගත්. එක්කෝ දවස් 3ක්, පැයක්, පැය 2ක්, දවසක්, දවස් 5ක් ඒ කාල සීමාව වැදගත්. පටන් ගත්තේ කොයි වෙලාවෙ ඉඳන්ද පටන් ගත්ත වෙලාවෙ ඉඳන් මොනවද තිබ්බ symptoms මොනවද අපිට තිබ්බ රෝග ලක්ෂණ කියන එක හරිම වැදගත්. So that is an important phrase. It doesn't hurt. එක රිදෙන්නේ නැහැ. නැත්තම් එක රිදෙනවා. It does hurt a lot කියන්නත් පුළුවන්. Okay? It does hurt a lot. So you can tell that as well, right? I feel tired. මට ගොඩාක් මහන්සි. Clear? So, ඒක අපිට වැදගත් වෙන phrases. So, let's have a look at the next bit, right? Now, Jane says, yes, my boyfriend cooked dinner for me. He isn't a very good cook and the food tasted a bit funny, right? It did taste a bit strange, right? Or you could tell the food tasted a bit funny. Okay? So you could use different words for that. For strange, you could say, the food tasted a bit odd. Okay? The food tasted a bit funny. It didn't taste too good. Okay? The food didn't taste too good. So you can give out different phrases, right? But I think it's important to give some feedback or tell the doctor how or when or what actually happened, right? ඉතින් මේ වගේ මෙතනදි phrases එකක් නෙවෙයි මේ information ටිකම වැදගත්. එතකොට දොස්තර අහන එකට තමන් උත්තර දෙන්න ඕනේ, right? Then Jane asks, oh dear, what should I do? මම මොකද්ද කරන්න ඕනේ? So the doctor tells, okay, drink a lot of water and take rest. And then Jane says, okay, thank you. So that is also an important phrase, right? So මෙතනදී වැදගත් වෙන්නේ Jane උත්තර දෙන එක තමයි. ඒ උත්තරවල වලට important phrases කියලා එකක් නැහැ. ඒ හැම piece of informationම වැදගත් වෙනවා. Right? Okay. Now, here are some of the important things, right? What is the matter? What is wrong? There are some more phrases, right? Now, these are some which you can use or you can ask, what brings you here today? Right? Or you could even ask, what seems to be the problem? So you can ask these different phrases, okay? What is the matter? What is wrong? What brings you here today? What seems to be the problem, right? So these question tags are asked by the doctor, Okay, so the doctor can ask you any of these question tags. How long have you felt like this? කොච්චර කාලයක් වෙනවද මෙහෙම feeling එක පටන්ගෙන? Nearly 2 days. What else can you give? Nearly 3 days. Nearly a week. Right? So you can answer it depending on how long you have felt like that. හරි? ඒ උත්තරේ depend වෙන්නේ තමන් කොච්චර කාලයකට ඒ symptoms තිබ්බද කියන එක මත. එක්කෝ දවස් 2යි, දවස් 3ක් විතර, සතියක් විතර. Let me examine you. What else can you ask? Or what else can the doctor tell? Let me check. Let me check your ear. Let me check your eyes. Okay? I just feel tired. I just feel unwell. Okay? Did you eat out? Okay? Did you lift anything heavy? Did you stand for long hours? So the doctor can ask you different questions. Then දොස්තරට මේ ප්‍රශ්න තුන විතරක් නෙවෙයි තමන්ගේ ලෙඩේට අදාළව ඕනම ප්‍රශ්න ටිකක් අහන්න පුළුවන්. Did you eat out? එළිය මොන හරි කෑවද? Did you lift anything heavy? මොන හරි බර දෙයක් ඉස්සුවද? Did you stand for long hours? ගොඩාක් වෙලා හිටගෙන හිටියද? Right? It is not very serious and you should rest. Okay? Or they can say it's not very serious and you should drink lots of water. Okay? So the doctor could give you any kind of good recommendation for you to feel better, right? ඉතින් දොස්තර කියන්න පුළුවන් නෑ මේක එච්චර serious දෙයක් නෙවෙයි. ඔයා පොඩ්ඩක් rest කරන්න නැත්නම් ගොඩක් වතුර බොන්න, right? So තමන්ට ඒ ලෙඩේට අදාළ ගැළපෙන ප්‍රතිකර්මයක් දොස්තර කියයි, right? Oh dear, what should I do? අයියෝ දැන් මම මොකද කරන්නේ, right? You need to කියන්න පුළුවන්. You need to eat well. You need to rest well. Okay? So ඒ ගැළපෙන එක උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන්. හොඳට කන්න ඕනේ, හොඳට rest කරන්න ඕනේ කියන එක උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So here are some important phrases. It can be question tags or sentences which are important for the doctor as well as the patient. දැන් මෙතන තියෙන්නේ අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා එකෙන් pick කරගත්ත important phrases doctor ඒ කියන්නේ දොස්තරට සහ ලෙඩාට ඊට අමතරව අහන්න පුළුවන් question tags ටිකකුත් මම දාලා තියෙනවා. Right? All right. So let's make the word stress in the sentences or phrases. Okay? What is the matter? So you can say what's the matter. And you can ask what's wrong. Okay? What's the matter? Okay? You don't say, what's the matter? What's the matter? Matter. Okay? So you give a little emphasis. Matter. Right. So the next one. What's wrong? Up again, what's wrong? You say, what's wrong? Okay? Bruh. What's wrong? How long have you felt like this? Okay. How long have you felt like this? Nearly 2 days. Nearly 2 days. 2 is where you stress on. Nearly 2 days. Let me examine you. Let me examine you. Okay, so you kind of put a little bit of stress here. Let me examine you. I just feel, so you kind of stress on this bit, okay? I just feel Did you eat out? Did you eat out? Did you lift anything heavy? Did you stand for long hours? Okay, so you kind of ask them, did you eat anything? Or did you lift anything? Or did you stand for long hours? So without saying it is, it's better if you could say it's. It's not very serious and you should. Okay, so not very serious and you should. There's something that you should do. Oh dear, what should I do? What should I do? You need to. Okay, you need to. You need to. So you kind of give a bit of emphasis there. Okay, so let's make the word stress, you kind of emphasize on the important points. Okay, what's the matter? What's wrong? How long have you felt like this? Nearly 2 days. Let me examine you. I just feel really tired. Did you eat out? Did you lift anything? Did you stand for long hours? It's not very serious and you should. Oh dear, what should I do? You need to take rest. Okay, so මෙතනදී අපි කරන්න ඕනේ මේ ස්ට්‍රෙස් කරන්න ඕන වචන මොනවද කියලා තේරුම් ගන්න එක. දැන් සෙන්ටෙන්ස් එකක් කතා කරනකොට ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් අපි නිකන් හැමතැනම ස්ට්‍රෙස් කරන්නේ what do you like to එහෙම කියන්නේ නේ අපි what do you like to eat what do you like to eat okay so අපේ තියෙනවා natural flow එකක් ඒත් එක්කම අවශ්‍ය තැනදී තමයි අපි ස්ට්‍රෙස් කරන්න ඕනේ right so it's not very serious and you should හරි අපි අවශ්‍ය තැනදී තමයි ස්ට්‍රෙස් කරන්න ඕනේ නැත්නම් නිකන් හැමතැනම ස්ට්‍රෙස් කරන්නේ නැහැ භාෂාවකදී සිංහලෙදිත් එහෙම අපි කියන්නේ ඇත්තද අනේ ඔයා ඇයි එහෙම කියන්නේ නේ ඇත්තද අනේ ඇයි ඔයා එහෙම කරේ ඒ natural ඒ tone එක තියෙනවා ඒකම තමයි ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාවෙත් තියෙන්නේ right එතකොට what is කියනවට වෙනුවට මම කිව්වා අපි speaking වලදී අපි contract කරන්න පුළුවන් what's the matter what's wrong how long have you felt like this so kind of long okay how long have you felt like this nearly 2 days let me examine you I just feel really tired did you eat out did you lift anything heavy? Did you stand for long hours? Right? So, මොකක්ද ඒ කරේ? කෑවද නැත්නම් මොන හරි ඉස්සුවද කියන එක තමයි අපිට දැනගන්න ඕනේ. It's not very serious and you should. Serious නැහැ. හැබැයි ඔයා මේක කළ යුතුයි. So, you should. So, you kind of stress on those important words, right? Oh dear, what should I do? What should I do? So, should is kind of asking what are the important facts that I need to focus on. You need to. ඔබ කළ යුතු දේ. Right? So, මේ වචන ටිකක් important. ඒ වචන තමයි අපි පොඩ්ඩක් stress කරන්න ඕනේ. Right? Alright. So, moving on. Here, you have to follow this to do a conversation. Prepare conversation using all the phrases learnt. Practice it with the word stress. Present it to the class. Now, you will not have a class, but you can type up the conversation if you want to in the comments box. Right? Okay? So, let us prepare a conversation. Doctor and patient. Okay? So, I'm going to put D for the doctor, P for the patient. Hello. What brings you here today? So, patient. I'm not feeling well. I feel faintish. I feel faintish and really tired. Then the doctor will ask, how long have you felt this? How long have you felt this? The patient says, nearly 3 days. So you can say, let's I had my dinner and was going to bed. So let's say, nearly 3 days. I had my dinner and was going to bed that day. Okay, and then let's write more. As I was getting into bed, I felt dizzy. Okay. So, the doctor is then asking, I went shopping that day and even skipped my lunch. Okay, so let's see what the doctor is going to say. I think you just need some rest. You will be fine in 2 days. You will be fine in 2 days. Okay. Or you can say, oh dear. What should I do? And the doctor can say, take some rest and drink lots of fluid. And then the patient can say, okay. Thank you, doctor. All right. So what has happened here? Let us read the conversation. So the conversation is between a doctor and a patient. Hello, what brings you here today? Hello, I'm not feeling well. I feel faintish and really tired. Oops, I think we need to erase this. So here it should be a question mark. How long have you felt this? Nearly 3 days. I had my dinner and was going to bed that day. As I was getting into bed, I felt dizzy. Did you stand for long hours? Yes, I went shopping that day and even skipped my lunch. I think you just need some rest. You will be fine in 2 days. Oh dear, what should I do? Take some rest and drink lots of fluid. Okay, thank you, doctor. Right? So what has happened? Nothing serious. No, the doctor just tells the patient, okay, take some rest because I think the patient has just been feeling very tired and going out shopping and then coming back and maybe doing other work. So feeling really tired. Okay? දැන් අපි බලමු මොකද්ද මේ conversation එක කියලා, right? So මෙතනදී අපිට කරන්න කියන්නේ මොකද්ද activity එක? Conversation එකක් හදන්න, right? අපි ඉගෙන ගත්ත phrases එක ඊට පස්සේ ඒක හරියට stress එක හරියට කතා කරන්න පුරුදු වෙන්න. Then present it to the class. දැන් අපිට class එකක් නැහැ, but you can definitely type it up in the comments box එකට දාන්න පුළුවන්. comments ලියන තැනට ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ conversation එක දාන්න පුළුවන්, right? Alright, so let's see. Hello, what brings you here today? දොස්තර අහනවා, hello, මොකද අද මෙතනට ආවේ? Patient says, hello, I'm not feeling well. I feel faintish and really tired. Hello, මට නිකන් එච්චර හරි නෑ ඇඟට. නිකන් පොඩ්ඩක් කැරකිල්ල වගේ, හරි මහන්සි වගේ ඇඟට. How long have you felt this? කොච්චර කාලයක් මේක තිබ්බද? Nearly 3 days. දවස් 3ක් විතර. I had my dinner and was going to bed that day. මම හොඳට dinner අරගෙන එදා ඇඳට යන්න ගියා විතරයි. ඇඳට නගිනකොටම මට නිකන් පොඩි dizziness එකක් ආවා. right? dizzy මේ කියන්නේ dizzy කියන්නේ පොඩි කරකැවිල්ලක් වගේ ආවා. Did you stand for long hours? ගොඩක් වෙලා එදා හිටගෙන හිටියද? Yes, I went shopping that day and even skipped my lunch. Oh, මං එදා දවසම shopping ගියා. මට දවල් කෑම කන්නත් බැරි වුණා. I think you just need some rest. You will be fine in 2 days. මොකද කියන්නේ? ලොකු දෙයක් නැහැ. rest එකක් ගන්න දවස් දෙකක් විතර යනකොට හරියයි. Oh dear, what should I do? අනේ දැන් මම මොකද කරන්න ඕනේ? Take some rest and drink lots of fluid. හොඳට rest එකක් අරන් පුළුවන් තරමක් බොන දේවල් හොඳට බොන්න. Okay, thank you doctor. Thank you කියලා කියනවා patient දොස්තරට. Okay? So, let's practice it using the stress, right? Hello. What brings you here today? Hello. I'm not feeling well. I feel faintish and really tired. How long have you felt this? Nearly 3 days. I had my dinner and was going to bed that day. As I was getting into bed, I felt dizzy. Did you stand for long hours? Yes, I went shopping that day and even skipped my lunch. I think you just need some rest. You will be fine in 2 days. Oh dear, what should I do? Take some rest and drink lots of fluid. Okay, thank you, doctor. Right? So, I have done the conversation with you using the stress where necessary, right? දැන් ඒ conversation එක තමයි අපි හරියට stress පාවිච්චි කරලා දැන් කරේ, right? So, let us practice another conversation, right? අපි තව conversation එකක් කරලා බලමු. Now after this, you must do your own conversation. හරි? දැන් මම තව conversation එකක් කරනවා. හැබැයි ඊට පස්සේ තමන්ට තමන්ගේ conversations ලියන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි මම හැමතිස්සෙම කියනවා වගේ කොච්චර ලිව්වත් වැඩක් නැහැ. තමන් ඒක ඇත්තටම use කරේ නැත්තම්. Right? So, let's write. Now, what was our first tag? Can you remember? What is wrong or what's the matter? So, let's try that one, okay? Hello. What's the matter? Then the patient says, hello. I have a cold and slight temperature. Okay. Let me examine you and also check your throat. Okay, so the patient says, sure. The doctor then says, did you eat anything really cold or get wet in the rain? Okay, and then the patient says, yes, 2 days ago I got wet since I forgot to take my umbrella. Okay, so what does the doctor say? Doctor says, you've got the flu. Take these medicines. Take these medicines that I've prescribed. And this should settle in about 3 days. So the patient says, oh dear, what should I do? And the doctor says, take the medicine on time and get some rest. Right? And then the patient says, okay. Thank you. Let us have a look at the conversation, right? Hello, what's the matter? Hello, I have a cold and slight temperature. Okay, let me examine you and also check your throat. Sure. Did you eat anything really cold or get wet in the rain? Yes. 2 days ago I got wet since I forgot to take my umbrella. You've got the flu. Take these medicines that I've prescribed and this should settle in about 3 days. Oh dear, what should I do? Take the medicine on time and get some rest. Okay, thank you, doctor. Right? So I'm not a doctor, okay? That's why I've come up with my own conversation. It cannot be medically correct, but I just want you to use the language, okay? දැන් ඇත්තට මම දොස්තර කෙනෙක් නෙවෙයි. ඒ හින්දා මේකේ තියෙන මොනවාද අහන ප්‍රශ්න ෆ්ලූ එක එන්නේ තෙමිච්ච හින්දා ඒවා මම දන්නේ නැහැ. මම යූස් කරලා තියෙන්නේ සාමාන්‍ය කන්වර්සේෂන් එකට යූස් කරන්න ඕන phrases. ඒ හින්දා ඒ ගැන හිතන්න නැතුව ඔගොල්ලෝ ફોකස් කරන්න ඕනේ phrases උයි intonation stress කරන්නේ කොහෙද කියන එක ගැන තමයි වඩාත් සැලකිලිමත් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Right? Okay, so you will say hello, what's the matter? මොකද්ද ප්‍රශ්නේ කියලා දොස්තර අහනවා. Hello, I have a cold and slight temperature. මට හෙම්බිරිස්සාවකුයි පොඩ්ඩක් වගේ මද රස්නයක් තියෙනවා. පොඩි temperature එකක් තියෙනවා. Okay, let me examine you and also check your throat. ඉන්න මං ඔයාව පරීක්ෂා කරලා බලලා උගුරත් චුට්ටක් බලන්න ඕනේ. Sure. හරි. ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ කියලා patient කියනවා. ඊට පස්සේ දොස්තර අහනවා Did you eat anything really cold or get wet in the rain? මොන හරි සීතල දෙයක් කාලා නැත්නම් එහෙම නැත්නම් වැස්ස තෙමුණද කියලා දොස්තර අහනවා. Yes. Oh. මං දවස් දෙකකට කලින් වැස්ස තෙමුණා මොකද මට කුඩේ ගෙනියන්න අමතක වෙලා. දැන් මොකද දොස්තර කියන්නේ? You've got the flu. ඔයාට flu එක හැදිලා. Take these medicines, right? මේ දීලා තියෙන medicine ටික ගන්න, බෙහෙත් ටික ගන්න. That I've prescribed. Prescribed කියන්නේ මම ලියලා තියෙන බෙහෙත් ටික ගන්න and this should settle in about 3 days. මේ තියෙන තත්ත්වේ settle වෙයි දවස් 3කට විතර පස්සේ. Oh dear, what should I do? අයියෝ දැන් මම මොකද කරන්නේ? Take the medicine on time and get some rest. වෙලාවට බෙහෙත් ටික අරගෙන හොඳ rest එකක් ගන්න. Okay, thank you doctor. Hari, බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි දොස්තර, right? So here you have learnt new words, right? Prescribed, right? Settle, okay? And what else? I think the basic other things are still the same, right? Here you don't have to say take these medicines. You can even say take this medication. Okay, so you can take all those things that the doctor has prescribed. Okay, right. So here we are and we have written 2 conversations. Then mama conversations dekak ලියලා තියෙනවා, right? ඒක intonation එක practice සුත් කරා. අපි තව එකපාරක් මේක බලලා ඊට පස්සේ තමන් තනියම ඒවා ටිකක් ලියන්න practice කරන්න ගෙදරදී, right? Hello, what's the matter? Hello, I've got a cold and slight temperature. Okay, let me examine you and also check your throat. Sure. Did you eat anything really cold or get wet in the rain? Yes. 2 days ago, I got wet since I forgot to take my umbrella. You've got the flu. Take these medicines that I've prescribed and this should settle in about 3 days. Oh dear, what should I do? Take the medicine on time and get some rest. Okay, thank you, doctor. Right? So here I have practiced it using intonation as well. Now, let's see what we have done in this lesson. So what was our lesson about today? At the doctor. And what did we practice? Mainly we were practicing useful phrases, right? And how you could use them in the conversation. So it is important that you actually take this and actually practice when you are at the doctor, right? දැන් අද අපි ඉගෙන ගත්තේ දොස්තර ගාව ඉන්නකොට අපිට පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් important phrases. දැන් මේක නිකන් ලියලා වැඩක් නෑ. අපි conversation ගොඩක් ලිව්වා. අපි ඒක practice කරා. මොකක් කරත් වැඩක් නෑ. ඇත්තටම ඕගොල්ලෝ use කරන්නේ නැත්තම්. ඒ හින්දා දොස්තර ගාවට ගියාම ටිකක් හරි මේ phrases use කරන්න බලන්න. So with that, we come to the end of the lesson at the doctor.